Hello guys, welcome back to the crew calling all units. 2 wheels good, Summit Qualifier, well, sorta on request. The skill tests, have a quick look around what we are using and what so on. First I'm going to repair this a bit and also reset. What are we using? Drag car, the CTR3. Settings are wheel settings, of course. Wheel settings, I put the throttle and brake, like let's say at 80, but don't even know if it matters that much. Dead zone vibration at 0 for sure. And then the speed factor, not so high, 20 this time, and well, you can even put it like that, but let's put it at 20, and sensitivity linearity at 60 or something like that. For what are we doing that? For the slalom. The slalom is, well, pretty much traffic dependent. That's already a problem. I had to slow down there, was completely lost my line, and then I also miss a gate, and so it goes on like that. Yeah. If you retry a couple of times, it can happen that you have like 1 or 2 runs where you have no traffic, and that's sort of the runs where you have to do it in, or at least not in the beginning. It's a loading issue, I think. But then you will have some traffic at the end of the skill test though. Here we have like a corner where you really need to watch your tires. It's pretty okay this run, I guess. Other than the fact that it's a bit too slow, it seems to be a bit okay. Reason it's too slow, I'm doing this now quickly for the video in 3rd gear, but you can do it in 4th gear, but then you have to play around way more with the throttle. A little mistake at the end there. Normally I would catch that last gate there. 17,262, 17,761 is my best here, so I managed to do one more gate, and that's good enough for 6th overall. That's for the slalom, yeah, mainly depending on traffic, nothing else special about it. Then we have, yeah, the speed skill. That is another problem. The speed skill, about 10 miles from LA, as you can see on the billboard there. 3rd gear here at the start, because yeah, we're dealing with hairpin sections here. Trying to stay as much towards the yellow line as possible, because if you go a bit too much outside, you will not lose a multiplier, but the distance meter thing that in the middle of your screen there, it stops counting at sometimes. So if you stay on the yellow line, or at least in the area of the yellow line, you should be fine. Take the corner here, watch out for the train, and then you jump here on the bridge. But I was not fast enough to get on the bridge this time, so it won't be 11,900. My best is 12,300, which is only good enough for 16th place. But yeah, this is the French leaderboard. Crew Don, Michel, which is RCT Go Pro. They have like 12.5, Anton Fuss 12.5. Those are legit scores. Where are they in the overall? Let's have a look. Don is 5th, Michel is 6th, and Anton Fuss is 9th, if you look in the overall. The first guy, there seems to be some new cheater that came into play here, just not recently, because at first it was Yolo Bolo with 16,000, and the reason for that is, quickly have a look why he scored 16,000 and we can only get 12. But first let's take a look at this 23,000 guy. He scores 23,000. I wonder how. Guy's driving a Hurricane. He can't even drive, and yeah. Hello. And he disappeared from the screen suddenly. So is that Alt Enter at this point? I have no idea. I cannot load Yolabolo with the 16,000, but I do know he kinda drives normally here. But he does use the Alt Enter though. The same goes for Frankenstein. And I'm not sure who is in second place, but that's sort of the top 4 there. The cheater that stops here. And then you have Yolabolo. He drives towards the end of this and uses the Alt Enter here somewhere, just before the corner. And Frankenstein drives through to here and he uses the Alt Enter here. Frankenstein scores 12.6. I believe there was another one with 12.6 and Yolabolo has 16,000. That's all Alt Enter. No doubt about it. So what can you score in a legit way? Just driving, like you're supposed to do. Stay away from those Alt Enter keys. It's 12.3, 12.4, 12.5, something like that. All a bit depending on where you hit the nitro here, how much speed you can gain, how clear your road is, not messing with traffic like I am doing now. I managed to do I think 12.3 or something, and that's mainly a keyboard issue. You can score 100, 200 points more if you're on a pad or a wheel. And the reason is that the hairpins here in the beginning, I cannot take these corners as fast as they can. So I have to play around with the throttle and completely on a steering lock. I'm steering everything that I can in these corners and I have to adapt my speed to that to make the corner. Just 10, 15, 20 kilometers an hour more they can do on a pad in these corners, and that, which means they are faster out of the corners. They buy themselves a bit more time. It was a pretty good run, but the problem here is also at the end here on the bridge, you do not get points when you're in the air. So it's just depending on, and you also do not have the time to brake to stay on the road on the bridge. So yeah, 11,009, just not fast enough, I guess. 11.9, 12.3, something like that. I can score, not much more. Guys with a pad can score 12.4, 12.5, something like that. All these scores higher than 12.6, 12.7, forget about it. It's all Alt Enter or some others. Well, Alt Enter is sort of a bug thing, glitch, whatever you want to call it. And what the other guy is doing there, I have no idea. He just drives. He can't even drive properly. He just drives in a Hurricane and he stops like in the middle of the test and he scores 23,000. Ridiculous. But yeah, that's what you get. If you make the game free, then you have those idiots downloading a zillion copies and they keep popping up with new accounts. The escape, yeah, also here. Bit of a problem. Have to brake, go for the trees here, jump to the left and hope that you do not hit anything like I just did now, because your tires will be heated up, so I cannot use the nitro now as long as my tires are not a bit cooled down. So I'll just wait till the corner then. Problem number 2 is that bridge here, you can only reach a certain speed. Because otherwise you're gonna jump against the bridge over here of the highway. So that's I think 420, 430, something like that you can do, not much more. Because otherwise you're always gonna hit the bridge. But at least the first jump went okay. That's also not the case every freaking time, I can tell you that. Also hitting some traffic here. Oh my god, guys on a bike and stuff like that. Sunday afternoon. Okay, seems to be okay. I'm gonna hit the nitro now and see what we can do. Brake here. Otherwise you're gonna fly against that thing. And on landing I had to avoid the car, so that all costing you points. 13,100 something. 14.4 is my best here, although starting a bit way back then, beginning of the street there. But it doesn't matter that much. It's all about this jump. You need a good jump and a good landing. If you can avoid the tree there, that would have been a good run. But there's nothing you can do. You cannot steer in the air. So you see the tree coming there. Just a fraction too fast. Yep. That's more like it. That's more how it normally goes. You hit the bridge, you hit the fence, you hit the tree, stuff like that. And it's all dependent on that jump. That's too far to the right, I really knew it. But yeah, I think you get the idea by now. We managed to finish sort of steer to the left on that bounce, and then hopefully you get away with traffic and hitting walls and stuff in the beginning here. Play around with the throttle a bit and keep an eye on your tires. Here you have to stay right as well, because on the left for some reason you kinda crash. Yep, exactly what I mean. In the middle and on the left you get this. There was no car, there's nothing there, you just crash. And that's not the idea, eh? We need to get over the bridge. Otherwise you score like 11,000-12,000 points if you crash there. And that's the reason why you have to stay a bit on the right side and brake to, yeah, I think you can do 420, 430 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that's too fast, then this happens. Oh, you gotta love these bugs in this game sometimes, seriously. So basically this is, yeah, a bit of luck based as well. If you can get a good jump. No, it was a bit too hard. I was trying to show you that it's also possible to drive under the bridge and then jump right here to get to that road. That also works. Just saying. But it's not that fast as the way we are doing it here now. Let's try it one more try, shall we? Little braking here, aim for those two palm trees. Not for the palm trees. Then you crash. Pretty simple. Third gear, traffic is also a problem here, because yeah. We'll try the alternative route. Nah, just didn't make that jump. But I think, yeah, you get the idea. A few annoying skill tests in this qualifier, that's what it is. This seems to be okay. If I can keep it together this time. Playing around a bit with the throttle to make the corner. Some braking here. Didn't watch the speed, but it was a pretty okay run, I think. At least 13 something. Yeah, 13.4 again. If you have some teammates around, you can maybe get a little slipstream here at the end, sort of from the bridge on. If you have one of your teammates standing by there and he starts driving as soon as you arrive, have to take in consideration that he's arriving around 420 kilometers, so you need to gain some speed to give him slipstream, of course. But yeah, you get the idea by now. That was the escape, the speed skill, yeah. Top 4, top 5, meanwhile are using Alt Enter there or some other kind of whatever device it is that they have. So not bother too much about that. What was the other one again? Oh yeah, slalom, yeah. That's traffic dependent, other than that. Not much wrong with it. And all that is, I don't know. Let's have a look where I am at the moment. 5th, 6th. 6th even. And the main reason for that is, as always, in the last couple of weeks, there's only one thing that matters, and that's the drag. And yeah, we done some couple of practice runs, but I'm only 24th there. So if we improve the drag, I most likely will be 1st or 2nd or something like that. Brand time attack, let's have a look. Brand time attack, we are in 6th place position. 4, 5 and 6. Yeah, okay. We will take care of that later when we have the team around. And the speed trap, around 400, but that's not good enough. My teammate has 480, he's in 1st place, so we need to go again there as well. Other than that, yeah. 2nd in monster, 4th in stunt, 6th in slalom, 9th in escape, 6th in the brand time, 5th in the speed trap. The speed skill does not matter for much. I'm only 16th there, so didn't bother too much there. Like I said, the top 5 is already all enter users or so. So drift trial, you need to get platinum there. Other than that, it also does not count much for the overall. The drag, unfortunately, counts like hell, and that seems to be like the powerful factor every qualifier and summit for the last 2 months now. If you have a problem with your certain score, improve your drag and you will jump 2-3 places. While you might be way faster in time attacks and skill tests like someone else, if you do not have a good score in the drag, you will not reach the top 5 or maybe even the top 10. Pretty simple. All depending on the drag. So yeah, the Crew 2, welcome. It's about time they come up with a new game, because, or at least with some sort of new competition, because this one is definitely messed up with the leaderboards and stuff like that. Never was clear which counts for the most and how many points you get and how the ranking actually works. Mentioned this before, in any sport you have rules and leaderboards and point systems, and it's generally known, but not in the Crew. In the Crew you have to figure it out all yourself, and even then it's only guessing, because we don't know where you get the most points, which is the powerful event and so on. But meanwhile, out of experience, we know that the drag, the brand time attack, and usually 2 of the 3 skill tests, and this time that will be slalom and escape, kinda matter a lot. In combination with the main event, which in this case is the stunt race. We'll see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.